And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at a game called Happy Birthday to You, which I think are the only two notes I'm allowed to do since I'm not sure, the song may or may not be copyrighted still, but I do not wish to have this video taken down. Anyhow, Happy Birthday is a game of giving funny gifts. This is a direct descendant, or almost the same game as a game that North Star Games came out with earlier called Crappy Birthday. In that game, you were trying to give somebody the worst gift possible. In this game, you're trying to give the best and worst gift possible. Let me show you. Alright, the rules for this game are very simple. There's a big deck of cards. Everyone is going to get 5 of these cards dealt to them. One person is chosen to be the judge first. Everyone is going to give that person one of the cards from their hand. These cards are going to be mixed up randomly, and then the judge is going to turn them all over. Now, I haven't looked at these cards, so let's pretend that these are the 8 cards that are given to me. So we have a pet monkey, a Halloween pumpkin, surf lessons, get your face painted, caveman skull, inflatable ball, stuffed animal, and enter a pedal car race. So these are the 8 gifts that people have offered to me. And I have to pick one of these that I think is the best gift and one of these that is the worst gift. Well, this is going to be tough for me because, man, some of these I don't want at all. Like, why would I want a Halloween pumpkin or a caveman skull? That's just weird. Surf lessons, that just looks dangerous. I'm an inside guy. Enter a pedal car race. That actually looks fun, but tiring. I don't need stuffed animals because I have 7 children. I have 600,000 of these things. So that leaves the 2 best gifts to be a pet monkey and an inflatable ball. Well, a pet monkey was probably going to just mess all over my rug and everything. So I think the best gift will be the inflatable ball. So I picked this one, and whoever was the person who put that card down, takes that card, puts it face up in front of them as a point. Then I'd say the worst gift here is probably the Halloween pumpkin. What am I going to do with that? So that person then would get a point for picking the worst gift. So we can do that again. 8 more gifts. A treetop ride, a mounted deer, explore a glacier, indoor swimming pool, a pet millipede, bedroom decoration, a desert hike, and participate in a rope race. Well, I can tell you right now, automatically, that the pet millipede is the absolute worst gift. Holy cow, that's creepy and gross and disgusting. So that person gets a point right there. Although, a desert hike does not sound very fun either for me. Treetop ride sounds really cool. And this bedroom decoration looks hilarious, although a little creepy. And I'd love to explore a glacier, although maybe not that way. But hands down, I would love an indoor swimming pool. So that would be my choice for that one. And that's how you play the game. After each round, players are going to draw back up to 5 cards, and they'll play again. And you keep going until someone meets a certain number of points, 5 points usually, and whoever has the most points is the winner. If you're playing with fewer players, like 3 players, each person can put in 2 cards. We also play sometimes with what I call the computer variant, where you just draw a top card off the deck, and sometimes that card beats everybody else out. Now, obviously, this game is based on the cards inside the game. And I think North Star, as usual, did a tremendous job of picking out a ton of hilarious things. Sometimes you look at it and you're like, that would be so cool. Like, here's a backyard train. Come on, who doesn't want a backyard train? But you know what? You may not want one. But for me, that's like, wow, how cool is that? So everyone, I think there's enough and a good variety in here where there's always going to be something that's so, how cool is that? For example, that desert hike, which I was like, or the pet millipede. I'm sure there's somebody out here who's going, wow, a pet millipede would be awesome. I can't fathom that in my head, but perhaps it would be for you. And that's what's fun about the game. Now, you can actually mix the cards with the cards from Crappy Birthday so that you have more variety. And if you have both games, I'd highly recommend it because sometimes the cards in Crappy Birthday actually seem kind of pretty cool. And you might like those, which was one of the reasons they changed the rules for this game. And I think it's better to have the best and the worst gift. If there's one complaint anyone will make about the game, it's probably the variety of cards that are in the game. There's quite a few cards here, but you know, you're getting what you pay for. It's a very small, cheap price point, easy to play. I would love if they released one of these every year, maybe with different themes, like a sports theme or some other sort of theme, and you could mix them together and eventually have a gigantic pile, which would allow for tons and tons and tons of replayability. But it gives enough replayability as it is, especially for the price point, and this is such an easy game to get people in. The pictures are high quality. Like I said, the choices of gifts are diverse. This is one of those games that, it's like apples to apples. Boom. Teach it to people, and they instantly fall in love with it. A great gift, and no pun intended, to give to people. This is an excellent game. Happy birthday.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!
There.